Oh my god. Jesus. Sorry. I woke up after watching that absolute bore fest. Oh my lord, man. Another opportunity wasted, you guys. Yo, big up everyone who's tuning in. You guys hit the like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You guys know what to do. But I'm gonna keep saying it anyway. But it's not gonna be a long fan cam today. I don't know why it would be. It's absolute stinkfest. No, not just stinkfest. It's not even just stinkfest from Arsenal, bro. It's stinkfest from both teams. If we're being truly honest, game absolutely stunk. That right there is what you call a bad what's the word? Advocate. Yeah, that's what you call a bad advocate for Premier League football, bro. That absolutely stunk. Arsenal nil, Liverpool nil, and oh my lord, bro. Like, bro, we had the chance, yeah. If we did our thing today, it would have been 8 points clear. 8 points. 8 whole points, bro. Would have moved it to a 3 game swing. But we're leaving it at 2. And we're giving Man City every, well, not say we're giving them a chance, but we've just given them just throw another lifeline. It was just a little warning flag yesterday. Even though they absolutely stunk it out and drew at home to Brighton, just throwing them a little lifeline today. Why not, man? Because that's what we do, bro. Arteta's got a plan, don't he? But, yo, speaking of Man City, bro, that game today, that absolutely reminded me. That was like a reverse. It was like a reverse of the It was like a reverse of when we played Man City at home when Martinelli scored in the last minute. First half, actually not even first half, bro. First 20 minutes, very good. On him, I was like, okay, this is like how you mean to go on. So you figured they would continue that, and usually what we usually do is that we actually play poor in the first half, and then once the second half comes around, we then that what's it called? That's when the tempo goes up. That's when we turn it up. It's the exact opposite today, bro. We were good in the first 20 minutes, pinning them in their own half. They got a bit of control in the the second half of the first half. Saliba and Raya miscommunication. Bradley hit the bar. That was probably, if we're being truly honest, it's probably the best. That was probably the best chance of the game. That was the closest anyone came to a goal today. Absolute stinkers, bro, all over the pitch. But it's both sides today. Yeah, not just the players. But the players have a huge part to play on that because that team that we put out there with a Liverpool team with no striker and a team that stunk it out all season, scoring goals in stoppage time against Fulham and then conceding 3 minutes later. They've come to the Emirates today. What's it called? A stadium where I think it's 14 wins in like 15 games. The only game we haven't won at home this season is Man City at home. And what a surprise. The 2 games we haven't won at home today in the league, we play, what's it called? We just take a half off. We just take a half off and then we just don't let it, and we just let teams do their thing. I'm actually gonna pull up the stats because let's pull it up. I'm actually gonna pull it up, bro, because we absolutely stunk in that second half, and I just want to read some of the stats out for you guys. Yeah. And while I pull these up, you guys, I know I said at the beginning of the video, but I'm gonna remind you again. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. But this is stats for the second half. Liverpool has 65% of the ball. We had 35%. 3 shots. 3 shots, bro. If I have 3 shots, that's not even enough for me to get drunk, let alone win a game of football, bro. Absolute stunk. They had more shots. They had more of the possession. We actually created the only big chance of the game, and that only came when Madueke came on and he put that cross across the 6 yard box where there's no one there. I know it's crazy because Gyökeres has been stinking it out recently, but it's so crazy how the one chance we create, we need someone who's there in the box waiting for it, and the guy wasn't even on the pitch when we decided to create chances where he would benefit from playing that kind of way or creating in that sense where you're putting it's in the penalty area. Because when Gyökeres was on the pitch, all he was doing is just floaters. Timbers crossing, by the way, in the first half. That was absolutely terrible. Oh, my lord. But this is a big opportunity miss, man. You had the chance to go 8 points clear. Now, as much as 6 is still a good gap, it could be more. And the only positive you could take from today is the fact that Man City's next 3 away games, they got to go to Spurs, which is their bogey team. They got Manchester Derby, which can happen, anything can happen in a derby. We know this. And then they got to go to Liverpool. That's the only thing. That's the only positive about this. The only positive is that we're praying that they could potentially slip again, and they got a difficult run of games. But obviously it's FA Cup next week. But God, man. So obviously there's gonna be no Prem. But today, absolutely terrible, bro. Absolute stinkfest across. It was horrid. Absolutely horrible. 0.57 XG created in the whole game. It's actually crazy the fact that we created more XG. But if we're being truly honest, bro, that result that result was definitely better for Liverpool than it is for Arsenal, bro. Not only did they have more possession in the second half, they had more possession over the course of the entire game. even though it was like 50-50. What's it? Where is it, bro? 52-48. But bro, they had the where the ball was. They had it, and the ball was in areas where they would much more prefer it compared to us. We would never. The only time I seen the back line pinned like up at the halfway line was in the first half. I never seen the back. I never seen the back four all the way up to the halfway line in the second half, bro. I think before that. I think that before that Gabriel header, which was literally the last minute of the game, we hadn't had like a chance on goal since the 46th minute. I repeat, 46th minute. One at the beginning of the half, and at the second. I don't even know what the first one was. I don't even know what the excuse me. I don't even know what the first one had that we had at the beginning of the second half. It was absolutely terrible today, bro. But massively missed opportunity. I'm gonna get into some of these players as well. We're gonna start with Martin Odegaard, who's played well the last 3 games, but I don't know how he survived on the pitch for that long today, bro. I think what was it? I think he played more than 75 minutes. When did he come off? 70. Oh my god, 78, bro. Oh my. 78 minutes on the pitch. He did absolutely nothing, bro. And these are the reasons that I criticize him, because he has games like Villa. He has games like he did against Brighton. He has games like he did he has games where like he played against Bournemouth. I know we didn't play. Obviously, the Villa game was the best one, and he didn't play to like that incredible level in those other two that I listed. But he still played to a good enough level where you're making an impact on the game. Today, you did nothing. Today or the kind of games where I say you master the art of looking busy, but you didn't even look busy today. I'll be real. Cardio session for most of these players. And as for the substitutes, Abera Eze, absolute ghost session, bro. Martinelli had a couple moments when he came on, but bro, the highlight of today's game was the highlight of today's game was probably the Bradley injury. Hope he's okay, by the way, because they got the stretcher out and everything, and it looked bad. But bro, oh my lord, man, it was absolutely terrible today. What a massively wasted opportunity. No Big Six team, no Big Six team won today or yesterday. It's absolutely terrible, bro. The only positive is that Man City got difficult games coming up, and what is it? We got we have a 6 point buffer. So when I said against Villa, after we lost to Villa, when I said the title race is still not over, today we had a chance to make a huge gap to that, and to the point where you would start seeing fans getting even more giddy than they already are, because we already know that, because we already know the fan base already is gonna get giddy. They were getting giddy before today, talking and what's it called, talking about winning the league already and all that. It's still January, bro. Second half of the season just started. Today was the first game of the second half of the season. We still got, what's it, 17 more to go, something like that. We got a long way to go still. But yo, I gotta talk about Arteta as well, because when I say that game reminded me of the Man City game, no pressure. No pressure in that second half. They imply no pressure whatsoever. Absolutely terrible, bro. We're the home team. We looked like the away team in the second half. And in the second half of the first half. Just the second half of everything today was terrible. Absolutely terrible, bro. But it's not nothing to well, I wouldn't say it's not something to worry about, because you have to look at you what's it called? You have to look at all of your errors that you make, and you have to improve from them. But you cannot play games. You cannot continue to play like this and think you're gonna walk your way to a title just because Man City are garbage and they have injuries. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. But hey man, we move on to, what is it? Portsmouth away, FA Cup. You gotta relax from the Premier League, and then after that, in midweek of that, you got Chelsea away, who are absolute shambles right now. You better win that game. I'll tell you that. We better be making that Carabao Cup final this season. I'm telling you right now. So, hey man, missed opportunity today. Let Man City off the hook. All we can do is pray that this is just a little blip. Nothing more, nothing less. But yeah, man, big up to all of you who tuned in. Make sure you guys hit the like button, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll be on American Waffle tonight. For any of you dickheads that are watching this now, I will be there, so you guys can see a more continuation version of this, while all them shameless brothers try to stick it on me and TJ. But I already said, yeah. You know, fuck it, bro. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.